Well, it's National Women's History Month, and I'm excited to hang out with VR Small. She is the founder of the Veterans Women's Enterprise System, and she is all about giving back to the community, female empowerment, and beyond. So thanks for having with us today.
Hey, thanks for having me. So excited to be here.
Now, before we get into the deep part of the Veterans Women's Enterprise Center, you, in fact, are a veteran yourself.
I am. I am a self-proclaimed Army brat. My stepfather is a retired Vietnam veteran from the Army. My sister will never leave the Army. She's in there now, just finished an active duty tour at Fort Hood. She's been reserved for almost 30 years. Got to give a shout out to Vicki Brown. She just made EA a couple of years ago, and that's hard to do as a reservist. And I am a Navy vet. I spent 6 years in the Navy. I was hospital corpsman, operating room technician, and then I finished my tour in clinical investigations.
Well, thank you for your service, but I like how when you retire, you got a little shimmy in there, feeling it.
I love my military family. Happy Women's History Month to all my sisters in arms.
Beautiful. Now, with that, you've created this Enterprise Center. What exactly is that?
So the Veteran Women's Enterprise Center is a national initiative. We've launched it in Southern Dallas, and we like to say it's designed to help entrepreneur women associated with the military. Of course, our female veterans are first and foremost, but we also support active duty. So if they're thinking about being an entrepreneur and they want to reach out and get connected, they're welcome. We support our reservists and we support our military spouse.
What prompted you to launch this initiative?
You know, it's interesting. I returned to my home state of Texas. Shout out to Dallas, Big D, in 2015 from New York. You got to give New York its props too, Big Apple, all my friends there. And when I got here, I was just really encircled with people from the veteran community. I mean, Texas is beyond veteran friendly. You just say the word veteran, it's like a whole group of people circling you. It was crazy. And I saw this thing that was happening in Lubbock, Texas. It was for female veterans. It was this 3-day event. They were having an evening affair, and then they were having all of these workshops. And I was like, woo, that sounds awesome. I wonder if they're bringing it to Dallas. So I kept emailing the people saying, hey, is this coming to Dallas? And they kept emailing me back, telling me how great Lubbock was going to be. And I was like, they're not hearing me. I don't want to go to Lubbock. Are you bringing this to Dallas? And so finally they were like, look, we reached out to some people in Dallas. We didn't get a good response. You know, do you want to do it? And I'm thinking, I'm kind of new, but I think there's some people here that would do this. Let's try again. So they scheduled another conference call and they got about 10 to 12 groups on. And the next thing you knew, we had a group of women getting ready to put on our first DFW roll call. And they asked me to do the entrepreneur program. And I'm going to tell you something. When you go online, there are a plethora of programs for veteran entrepreneurs. But when I started calling them to be a part of our program, there was always some kind of excuse. So, of course, I fall back on my old faithful. I'm a SCORE mentor. And I went to my SCORE mentors and said, ladies, can you help me? And we put together a conference and it went off fabulous.
So are there any opportunities for a wider connection? Because I mean, I'm here in Florida, you're based in Dallas. So can people or women, veterans from around the country, around the world connect with you?
Man, I'm so glad you asked me that. Because everybody thinks about COVID and we think about the negative, but I always say it was the good, the bad, and the totally unexpected. COVID made us have to go virtual. And now we have both a regional and a national stamp. All of our programming is online. Women all over the nation can connect with us now. Our website is veteranwomensec.org. I have mentoring clients out of Alabama. I have clients out of Maryland. I even have a client out of Florida. We have clients all over the place here. So we can do mentoring from anywhere. We can do mentoring by email, by phone, by Zoom. We also, all of our sessions are live virtually. And we've already committed that when COVID is over, we're not going to lose our virtual connection. So women don't have to think, oh, I'm with them now, but when COVID goes, I'm not going to be able to connect with them. And the thing you have to remember is that we are a national initiative. So our goal is to build centers around the nation. where women can come together, where all of these different programs can kind of coincide and say, hey, I've got a veteran program. It's going to be over at the Veteran Women's Enterprise Center. That's where we're doing our training. That's where we're doing our peer-to-peer. That's where we're offering our retreat, for women to get together. Because it's not just about entrepreneurship. If we're not healthy as individuals, we're not going to have healthy businesses. So we have our enrichment program because we know work-life balance is real. And so you can't burn yourself out. You've got to have balance. And then women may have PTSD or MST, but I'm not telling my clients that. I don't want my clients to think I have some issues that are going to keep me from performing at my best. So you can't tag them like that. You got to provide the programming within a setting that allows them to get what they need without being labeled as being needy.
You got a lot going on.
We do.
About this. So in the meantime, I know you just hit us with it, but what's your website again?
Veteran Women, SEC.org. That's also all of our social media because we want to make it easy. Shout out to all my female veterans in Florida. I know you guys got some great things going on. We can't wait to get connected. Have an amazing Women's History Month.
To see the full uncut interview, visit our River City Live Facebook page.
We're looking at a very sunny Monday here as most of the clouds are well off towards our northwest. So we'll keep the forecast dry. And with all that sunshine, it's going to be warming up into the low 80s this